It's about gravity. It's a universal law. It's something that'll never possibly change by us doing it as human beings, at least, you know. It's God's choice how the human being he designed in his image works. There's only one way it does. Okay. Anyway, what I'm saying is that, yeah, there's only one way the human body could ever work, but it's all going to play into each other, you know, and so that's what I mean is we discussed the whole body, where clothing sits, a lot of free modifications in clothing under In the Image Clothing Company, because there's so many imbalances in modern clothing design is the point, why you need to modify anything for the functionality of the mechanical machine that is the human being. That's why, okay, if and commonly it's needed. Almost everything you buy nowadays from almost every clothing designer, right? Unless it's like actually tailor-made to fit your body, which isn't necessary, by the way, really, to have clothing tailor-made to fit you. I mean, that's the point, is under In the Image Clothing Company, we'll always have good clothing that stays centered, it fits correct, and is made in all the ways we can from 100% natural materials. Because you don't need to have tailor-made clothing to your body just to not alter your body. Okay, you can have clothing tailored to your body, that's fine if you decide to do that. But we just need our bodies to work. That's the whole point, is we just can't not have our bodies working, because our bodies either work or they don't. Our bodies are the only thing that we have actually in this life. Everything else can leave or can come essentially to your body. But if your body stops working, you're done with your physical life here on Earth in this life, right? Anyway, In the Image Clothing Company podcast, it's one of our fourths under In the Image Clothing Company, and we show the... I was going to say something different. I was going to say In the Image Clothing Company's music stuff. No, In the Image Clothing Company podcast, we have discussions on the gospel of Jesus Christ. We're on episode 205. As of today's date, the 4th of June, 2026. And you don't have to be religious or believe in anything, but we're all human beings, the same thing, placed on the same earth, designed by the same God. It just is what it is. Every generation of human beings is the same problems in different ways, or different problems in the same ways. Same life we're trying to navigate. Yeah, I mean, it just is what it is. Life, truth, God, the human being, no matter what part of the earth you're on, or time period or anything, you know. That's why I say it as I did, right? Man, woman, tall, short, skinny, fat, any age, any part of the earth, any time period to ever be, you're just a human being. It doesn't matter who you are. You're the same as everyone else, really. I mean, in all the ways you are. And yeah, universal human design, bro, exists. This is a good video. I'm watching this little spider, too, in the grass. This thing is... just been hanging out here. Alright, the Mojave Desert, St. George, Utah. This is where we're based, as In the Image Clothing Company. But this is the thing. The only thing that you have is your body. You alter your feet, you alter your hips. And now when your hips are altered, it alters your shoulders. The body's just a chain of bones. But this is the problem. You alter the shoulder seam's location, you'll alter your hips beneath that. Your hips alter, it'll alter your feet. Okay? You alter your feet with heels under them, you alter your hips above them, and if you alter your hips, you alter your shoulders. Now here's the thing, you alter your hips in between your feet and your shoulders, and you will alter your feet and your shoulders, or your shoulders and your feet, because your hips are in the center of the two. It's mechanics! There's only one way the human body could ever work. I couldn't possibly have an opinion on it. No one ever possibly could that matters, because you can literally just measure it. Get a measuring tape out, a ruler, a yardstick, a piece of rope or string, and just pinch off the ends. Just measure the motion the body has. I mean, I couldn't possibly make it up. No human being ever could. It'll never possibly change unless we do something like a surgical procedure to change the shape and or length of our bones. Muscles always come secondary to the bones anyway. The body's about a physical position. That's what the muscles determine, is the position of where the bones are moving, but gravity pulls us into a neutral position. I mean, you couldn't possibly make it up. It's just mathematics. So the whole thing is, right, I mean, the understanding of the human being no matter who's saying it, no matter the time period, no matter if somebody had a company about it or not. It has nothing to do with me, Evan Strong, the founder of In the Image Clothing Company, other than I understand it extremely thoroughly. I couldn't claim it. We've got coming up on 600 videos, full, thorough, packed full of information, videos like this under the main site of In the Image Clothing Company alone, just one of our fours discussing the anatomy of the human body, how it works and clothing's effect on it, free modifications in clothing, things like this. Look at Dante go. You're a good boy, Dante. And then he's just paralyzed like that. Oh, holy cow. We give modifications, if you will, to how to approach life, living in this modern man-made world placed onto God's natural earth. You know, there's a lot that's altering the body, apart from clothing even. The feet grip textured earth with these arches. They're very similar to the hands. There's only one difference in the amount of bones in the hands and feet. 5 digits to the hand, 5 digits to the feet. 4 fingers that are different lengths, wrapping around a different length, opposable thumb that has an entirely different function than the fingers, and then 5 different length toes we roll evenly off the ends of when we walk. It's just what it is, you know. And so a lot of things in our flat, modern man-made world alter our bodies because the hands are round, the bottom of the feet are round, arches that correlate with each other, okay, in the hands and feet. There's a fourth of the bones in the body in the hands, and the fourth of the bones in the body are in the feet. Over a half of the entire body's bones are just in its hands and feet. And these are the things that we're using in life to really do things, but these are the things that are really unnatural in the ways that they are. Unnaturally slippery, flat flooring, when our feet can't grip it, you know, they don't work properly to support the rest of our bodies. And like I'm saying in this video, on the 4th of June, 2026, under In the Image Clothing Company's main site here, shoe heels, pant waistlines, and shoulder seams, if we alter the shoes, well, let's say we never wore shoes, but you alter the feet, it'll travel up the entire body with the alteration, because the whole body's just a chain of connecting bones, just directly through ligaments. No possible opinion ever that any human being could ever have, myself included, on how the human being works. It grows by itself. God does it for us. Okay, the heart beats by itself, the lungs breathe by themselves, the eyes blink by themselves. A lot of these things happen even if we're asleep or in a coma. We couldn't take credit for it, is the point. The only end is to allow God's design of the human being to work. I don't care who's been going to school, trying to learn how to train your body to get it to do something for longer than someone else has been alive. It's physically impossible to do. It always has been, it always will be. It's nothing you could even like come after me for, to try to battle me on it. It's truth. You can measure it mathematically, like I'm saying. But you alter the body at all, you alter the entire thing, and so you've got to address the whole human being, but you have to know how it works, and you have to understand that it doesn't mesh with things that don't mesh with it. And you've got to understand as well that if there's something always physically placed on the human being, the literal wording of clothing the human being with anything, if it doesn't work for the body can't work. It's truth. It's mechanics. It's mathematics. There's no opinion. I don't care about workout routines or gym programs, dieting things. Those are separate things if you choose to do something different like that with your life. But your human flesh will never do anything else besides just what it does and has and will for your entire life. But if you alter it, you've altered it. And that's it. You know, even through chronic patterning, things like breaking up bone spurs and scar tissue, that's a big deal as well. You know, not only just not altering the body going forth, we have to rid the patterning that's been created just to get our bodies back to the only shape and length of the bones you can mathematically measure and you couldn't possibly have an opinion on, and neither could I. I'm just as bold as I am about it because truth is truth, and I will be doing this my entire life, and this is what makes it more credible, is the longevity of us saying the same exact thing, because it's always been the exact same thing since the first human to ever live, and really since God, because he had to first look like us to even word it as him designing us in his image, and he never changes. Also being called the truth, God is the same on every end and any end of time, right? He's just always the same. How's this, Dante? Good video or what? Shoe heels, pant waistlines, and shoulder seams. This video's title, on the 4th of June, 2026, under In The Image Clothing Company's main side. So the thing is, I mean, your pant waistline will fall lower in the front. The mathematical measurable angle degree of how much height of heel you have under your foot on a shoe. It's truth. So that's what I mean. You know, you put heels under your shoes, and whatever height that is, whatever degree of motion that would cause the ankles to move in, it'll just travel up the body's chain of bones and take the pelvis and move it that degree of motion lower in the front and higher in the rear as well. It's just a chain of bones. It's just bone. Bones are just like immovable sticks, okay? I discussed them as that, as the founder of In The Image Clothing Company. Bones are essentially just immovable sticks by themselves. They can only move, and I said this earlier in a form of this, but where they connect to another bone is the only place they can move. And then they just go till the bones hit into each other on either end. There's only one range of motion, right? Full range to all the motion in the body. There's only one way the body could ever possibly work unless you change the shape and or length of the bones. I don't have an opinion on it. I don't care who thinks they know something better than me on that. I don't care if I even knew that for it to be the truth. I mean, I don't get to decide it. It's the truth. There's always, only, and ever one way the human being could ever possibly mechanically function. It's just a mechanical machine that grows by itself. But this is the thing is, you alter your shoulder seams location, you alter your pelvis traveling down, and then you alter your feet. Because it's just a chain of bones. So the point is, yeah, I mean, if you've got heels on your shoes, well, that's why they make pant designs with the front sitting lower than the rear of the waistband. Okay, the 4th of June, 2026, In The Image Clothing Company's main site here. Shoe heels, pant waistlines, and shoulder seams. Yeah. You've got to just mesh the pant waistline with the heel on your shoe because it's mathematics. Otherwise, you couldn't even stand up. You'd be battling something where at the base of your body, you'd have something on an angle pointing down because of the heel on the shoe. But then if your pant waistline was still just neutral with the horizontal surface of the earth, you can't do that. I mean, you're still on this vertical pull to gravity. The feet will be pushed forward, but the pant waistline is trying to stay horizontal, so the pant waistline has to drop, just meeting the same angle because the vertical pull to gravity. Look at the tree behind my hands here. It's going vertical with the vertical pull to gravity, just like our bodies do. Truth, it's mathematics. There's only one way the human body could ever possibly work. Put heels under your feet. Like, look, my hand, neutral. From, if this was my foot, dorsiflexion, lifting up, or plantar flexion, pointing down, the horizontal surface of the earth. Look at the tree behind my hand, okay? At the feet. Zero drop, determine any brand of shoe.